Hi, all the signs of the Zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this mid-month psychic tarot update for May 2021. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a complete picture of what's to come for you this rest of the month of May and beyond, because timing will be different for all of you. Remember, some months your rising sign and your moon sign are going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, please be sure to check that out, because some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. I want to wish a very happy birthday to the Tauruses out there and the Geminis that are born in May. I hope you all have a fantastic and blessed solar return. Now, all that being said, now onto your mid-month psychic tarot update, and I'm starting with the sign of Aries. Aries, the first card you've got is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is an air sign person, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that is an air sign. The other signs that got Knight of Swords, it was Aries, Scorpio, and Capricorn for this mid-month update. You have to get things going. You're going to be really motivated. So in some ways, whether you have a rising sign or a moon sign or not, that's an air sign, you're getting motivated. You're trying very hard to complete projects at the rest of this month of May. You may even feel like you have a little bit of competition. Maybe you're like, hey, my neighbor's yard looks really good over there. Well, you're not going to beat me. My flowers are going to look better than yours. My grass is going to be nicer than yours. Or some other kind of competition. Could be with coworkers, could be even in a love relationship. If you're interested in somebody, you may have a friend or know other people that are interested in the same person, because I get this competitive spirit or competitive energy kicks up for you the second half of this month. You are going to have to try hard to hold your tongue with people, because you're going to have the propensity to maybe get into arguments with them. So you have to be careful you don't spout off or fly off the handle, because I feel like you may have a short fuse. And you may have a lot of people that are like coming at you, asking you a lot of questions, or asking you for information, or asking you to do things for them. Because I get you kind of like, I don't know, I feel like you're getting bombarded, or you're going to feel like, oh, first this one calls me, then that one calls me, then this one's asked me questions, and that one wants something from me. So you could have a lot of people coming to you for a variety of different reasons, and that could add to the short fuse feeling. And you may have somebody from your past, could be an air sign person, that jumps back into your life or into the arena of your life and starts like spinning some kind of trouble, or like talking against you, speaking against you, or just trying to stir the pot of your life in some way. So it doesn't mean you're necessarily going to fight with them, but they may be doing, you may look at them and be like, they came in and just started stirring up my life with a big stick. Could be an ex. So the card you have next that came up with it is the Ten of Cups. This is happily ever after, happy emotions, happy, feeling love. Could be happy marriage, happy home, happy children, good health. Could be just you feeling like, all great emotionally speaking. Here are your two cards for the middle of May 2021. If you have a partner, I feel that you are going to be relying on your partner or leaning on your partner for certain things in the second half of May. And you may have, like, your partner, if you're married or in a serious relationship, they may be doing a lot of running around for you. Hey, honey, can you pick up my dry cleaning? Can you go to the store for me? Hey, can you go to Home Depot? I need, this socket wrench and this, some plumbing supplies. And hey, can you, go here, go there? You may be running your partner around a little bit if you're coupled to do things that it's not like you're taking advantage of them. I feel like you're actually very tied up and busy. Or you're leaning on them for emotional support. If you're single, don't be surprised, Aries, if you find the right partner for you this month. That's very likely to happen. Some of you are going to stumble across somebody. If you're single, don't be surprised if you stumble across them on a social media page. And then you're like, hey, I remember them. And then you start communicating, and there blossoms the relationship where you are out and about and you run into them unexpectedly, or you go to a gathering and you didn't expect them to be there, or you go to the food store and there they are. Like, some of you are going to meet somebody significant if you're single. Some of you that are married or seriously coupled are going to find your peace and contentment with each other this month. But I do feel that there is some element of drawing a line in the sand of what you're willing to do for each other or help each other. So even though I feel like things are really good, or maybe you maybe as a couple, you're going to draw a line in the sand and say, look, we're not going to keep dealing with these people. They're driving us crazy, or these family members or it's too much, like they're asking too much of you. So you got to listen to this. You had a lot of things that came up. So you just have to figure out which of these messages apply to you. And remember, timing is different for all of you. So some of you Aries may not see these predictions happen until June or even July or a year from now, because that does happen. People write me and say, stuff you said on Vimeo or YouTube is now a year ago is happening right now. People do tell me that. So that is the nature of predictions. And remember, your spirit guides, they don't see timing the way we do. Timing is a construct of man. Spirit guides see backwards and forwards. It's not, when we ask them timing, it's, you get what you get. So hopefully these will be happening for you this month. So now on to the sign of Taurus. Hey Taurus, first card you have is Six of Swords. Six of Swords is moving from troubled shores to better shores. It could also mean moving, literally moving. It could be having to commute for work. It can also mean long distance travel. But these cards can all mean multiple things. And the other sign that got Six of Swords was Sagittarius. So Taurus and Sagittarius in the mid-month of May got Six of Swords. Some of you are trying to figure out how to get something going on and moving forward with your life. You may be even thinking of moving, or either moving or changing your job or traveling, and you may be doing the investigation into where to go or what's the best place to go. You could be doing the investigation this month. You may even be putting feelers out there. Like if you're looking for a job, you're going to be sending out resumes. If you're looking for a place to live and it's a place you want to rent, you could be putting out applications. If it's a place you want to buy, you could be looking and searching on the internet and dealing with a couple different real estate agents. If it's to travel, you could be looking at all these different websites and options, or talking to travel agents and getting prices, because whatever you're doing, this is the time you're putting the feelers out there to see what you can drum up. Some of you are doing some kind of activity now. that has to do with you starting your own business, but I don't feel you're going to start your own business until 2022. It's like you're on like big fact-finding missions here. You could be getting ingrained in some kind of work or business project or home project of renovation or something, or like I said, a work project at your job where you have to like do research, gather information, check sources. And some of you have some new things or new opportunities that are coming to you at a distance that you really want to check out. It could be a new love relationship, somebody that lives at a distance. Maybe you met them online. They could even be in another country. This could also be opportunities and business networking or connections or possible accounts that you could be involved with, and they're at a distance, so you have to be dealing with them or looking into what knowledge you can gain about them and that business and their company and their products and their services or their knowledge or their, educational background, that kind of thing. You have the Emperor next. So the Emperor, to me, I mean, it can mean many other things, but to me, it's usually a paternal figure that's deceased or a strong male figure that's in the living. This could be father, grandfather, great-grandfather, stepfather, somebody like a father figure to you, a husband, an ex-husband, a boss, a brother, an uncle, but it's going to be different for all of you. So here you have Six of Swords with the Emperor. Your cards may be intertwined, but maybe not. Maybe they're two separate messages. We have to see why the Emperor is here. You could be the Emperor even. This is somebody that may be doing some kind of investigation on you, and they may be also being very directive to you. This could be like somebody that wants to hire you, a CEO, a boss, or maybe even authority figure, like if you need any kind of background check. Like if you're going to start a new job, or you're getting intertwined with a new business, or if you're getting involved in a new love relationship and they want to see, does this person have any, prison time, prior arrests, like what's up in the background about you? So they could be doing checks and like investigating things about you. If they want to be in a relationship with you, hire you, or if you're going to rent a place from them. Some of you, this is a father figure that you're dealing with, and they're getting annoyed with everything. So if this is an elderly parent to you, or an elderly, your father or an elderly relative, and you have to deal with them, or maybe you work for them, they may be really very easily irritated and annoyed and like grumbling, not happy about anything. They may not feel well. They could potentially have health issues, but I get them like being very disgruntled about things going on, and you're having to deal with it and listen to it. And let me warn you, this Emperor, if you've made any mistakes, they're going to be real highly critical and point them out. So is that your spouse doing it? Is this your father doing it? Is it your brother that's doing it? Or a boss? I don't know. It'll be different for all of you Tauruses. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Gemini. Hey Gemini, the first card you have is 10 of Rods, and this is moving on to new and better horizons with 10 rods of burden on your shoulder. And those 10 rods of burden are actually going to be helping you as you move on to the new and better horizons, because it's knowledge and experience that you've gained already. There's things like, I get like Gemini's getting things in order. And it feels like you're getting them in order because you're preparing to do something. Maybe you're getting prepared to list your house for sale, or you're getting things in order because you're preparing to move, or you're getting things in order because you want to launch a business. I don't know what the reasons are. It'll be different for all of you Geminis, but definitely getting prepared and getting things in order comes up here. And any kind of situations that you had felt had been kind of cloudy and unclear to you, you're now starting to see the forest for the trees now. You're starting to get clarity about situations that were unclear to you recently. It's like you're also having a better understanding and knowledge of a better knowledge and understanding of people's motivations. Some of you are going to sell something. It could be selling items that you have that you've collected over the years. You could be having a yard sale. You could be doing sales on the internet, on an auction site. This could be, or on, social media has the marketplace, wherever. But it could be even like bigger, like big things, like sale of a home even. Some of you are starting to feel uncomfortable in your living space for some reason. Maybe your neighbors are acting weird, or the neighborhood has changed and you feel like, I'm not comfortable here anymore. Maybe you don't like some people that have moved in. Maybe you feel your neighborhood has gotten kind of dangerous or dicey, or or it could be something about the house or the apartment that feels uncomfortable to you for some other reason. Maybe it just feels too small, or, for whatever the reason. I get you not feeling really comfortable where you're living and wanting to make some kind of change or move. I get you like really fixating on some kind of problem that you're trying to discern what can be done. How can this be fixed? What can I do? But there's also trepidation and fear on your part of that you're kind of afraid of opening up a can of worms. So that also comes up here with the 10 of Rods. Now, the card you have that came up with it is the 5 of Swords, which is drawing a line in the sand, standing up for yourself, standing up against any gossipers, naysayers, or detractors. If there's a battle, you're likely to win. So you have 5 of Swords with the 10 of Rods. They may be connected, but they could be totally separate messages. We have to see. Somebody's throwing a lot of weight at you and you don't like it. Either you're gaining weight and you don't like it, or there's somebody in your life, could be a boss, could be family member, or members that are, or a club, group, or organization, or friends that are throwing a lot of like weight on you, which could be responsibilities and I don't know where it's coming from. Some of you could be coming from your boss. I just get you don't like it. You got somebody that wants to bring up the past to you. And I get you are not going to have it. You are going to shut them down. So if somebody wants to come up and say, oh, Gemini, remember when you said this and you did that and you didn't do this and you didn't do that, you're going to be like, yeah, talk to the hand. See ya. You're not going to put up with it. You're not going to have it. So be forewarned. There could be somebody in your life, whether it's a friend, a family, a boss, I don't know, a significant other. Somebody's going to bring up something you said or did in the past and kind of like throw it in your face. And like, I feel it's going to torque you. You're going to be angry and you're going to shut it down. And woe to anyone who tries to control you. Woe to them, because you will not be controlled. You're going to shut it down. If anybody tries to control you, you're not going to have it. I feel that there are some people that are saying things about you that are untrue. And you have felt this brewing, whether you've known it for, some of you know it outright fact. Some of you, it's a suspicion. And you're right about it. Now, some of you, it could be coworkers. Some of you, it could be family. And some of you, it could even be friends. But it feels more like work or family to me than anything else in those areas. I feel like you're actually going to be very generous and wanting to help people. So I wouldn't be surprised don't be surprised if you start helping a relative, a friend, a family member, a neighbor, maybe you have a neighbor that can't get out and get groceries and you get groceries and drop them off for them, or a friend that's not well or they need you to take care of their pet or something and you like looking in on people, caring about others, and being charitable also comes up here. So I hope those messages were of help to you, Gemini. Now on to the sign of Cancer. And the first card you have, Cancer, is the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is an earth sign person. This is a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that is an earth sign. You could have somebody in your life that's an earth sign person, sun, moon, or rising sign that is like going against the grain or breaking the rules or breaking the law even. They may be trying hard to conceal things from you. And they may be doing some things to stage things like everything looks this way, but it's really another way. And they could be deceiving you in some ways about things to do with finances for some of you. They have a lot of pressure on them. They're going through a lot of trying times. I pick up that they could be suffering from migraine headaches or just headaches in general. It doesn't have to be migraine headaches. It could be, regular headaches, but, and pressure, like pressure on their brain, it feels like. And I feel like they're contradicting themselves. They're doing things one way. They're saying they're doing things one way, but they're actually doing them another. For some of you, if you have an elderly relative or family member, they don't even have to be elderly, they may be suffering from dementia or Alzheimer's. For some of you, this King of Pentacles might have that going on. And I feel that the King of Pentacles that you're dealing with is getting frustrated. And it could be because they have headaches or migraines or dementia or Alzheimer's, or they have pressure of some other kind that's weighing them down. They may be really trying really hard to hold their ground. And that could be in their sanity if they're having mental health issues. This could also be trying to hold their ground in a family situation, a job, or a love relationship. And they may be doing weird things with money, like putting them in one thing, taking it out, putting it in another, like investing it in this, taking it out, investing it in that, moving accounts around, that kind of activity, like doing weird things with money comes up here. So the card you have with it, I'm very sorry, Cancer, that you have this card. We have to see why it's here. You have the Ten of Swords. This is somebody lying to you, stealing from you, or betraying you, stabbing you in the back and betraying you. This could also, let me rephrase this. This is usually somebody stabbing you in the back and betraying you, or somebody passing away. Usually, but it can mean many other things. Now, this could be connected to the King of Pentacles. It could be, and some of you, it's not. Some of you, it's going to be a separate issue or situation. Ten of Swords. Did I say it was Ten of Swords? I don't know if I said the right card, because I know if I don't say the right card, you'll think I'm reading the wrong card. Ten of Swords, that's the card. I feel like there's things upsetting you. I feel that there's things in your family situation or family life that are breaking down. That could be the health of the King of Pentacles. That could be getting along with each other, could be breaking down. And I get so much irrational thinking going on, whether it's your irrational thinking or the people that you're dealing with and going on around you. And you may feel like you have some family members taking you for granted and and if they're not family members, it could be somebody else in your life that's taking you for granted and possibly even jerking you around. Suspicious activity and behavior is going to come up in somebody, for some of you Cancers, and this could be coming from the King of Pentacles, because there was some shady stuff about the King of Pentacles at the beginning of the card. You may also feel defeated because there could be nothing that you can do to help them if they are having mental health issues or medical issues or financial issues, you may feel defeated because there may be nothing you can do to help them. And you may have gotten really bamboozled. Somebody may have really scapegoated you. They may be using you as a scapegoat and a shield to protect them from problems, and so they're using you and blaming things on you. So some of you could even be stabbed in the back and betrayed. And if that, whatever it is, there's some ruckus this is going to cause in your family, some disruption it will cause in your life or in you and your family's life. There's going to be issues about gains, financial gains, and trust are going to be issues for you in May. And it could be even in another month, because as I say, timing is different for all of you. Some of you may not see this for a year. I do have people that write me of that and say, hey, what you said on YouTube a year ago or Vimeo a year ago is happening to me now. So it could be, this could be a year out prediction, or it could be happening in June, July, August. I don't know. But some of you are going to experience it this month. And that's because the spirit guides don't see timing the same way we do. Time is a construct of man. It's not a construct of the spiritual realm. They don't, that's why when you get psychic readings, private psychic readings, sometimes when I give people predictions, they're like, wait a minute, that already happened. Well, okay, but I'm psychically reading your aura, your energy, the spirit guides, and it goes backwards and forwards. Same thing here in readings that I do on YouTube. So I hope these messages are of help to you, and I hope you get through whatever this issue is. I certainly hope it gets cleared up for you, because there is something troubling going on here. I can't lie. So I totally wish you all the best, and all my blessings go to you, Cancer. Now on to the sign of Leo. Hey Leo, you got King of Swords as your first card. This is an air sign person. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign. That's an air sign. It's possible. This is like somebody putting something in front of you that you have to contend with, figure out, or deal with in May or maybe beyond. They may be asking you for a contract or some kind of documentation of something where they want something in writing. This could be somebody that's very significant in putting things in play and in motion for you. Or it could be you if you have a air sign as your rising sign or moon sign. This King of Swords has taken a lot of things apart and analyzed them. So they're very good at analyzing. They want the best for you. I feel that they are like kind of rooting for you or are motivational for you. For some of you, this could actually be a lawyer. But if I'm going to tell you right now, if they're a lawyer, you're like friends with them, or you're on a real good relationship with them, because whoever this is, they're definitely behind you, rooting for you. And they may be like saying to you, hey, Leo, we got to get things done. Clear your plate, because we got to tackle this stuff. So this could be somebody that's coming to you with a new project, a new plan, a new opportunity, a new idea. And you may be like, well, you know, I'm busy, I'm doing all this and that. And they'd be like, hey, guess what? But this is going to pay off for you. So clear aside your schedule, clear your plate, because here's a whole bunch of stuff that now we're going to do. Or, you know, they may be an agent, they could be a lawyer, they could be a headhunter, they could be somebody coming in with a new job, business, or opportunity for you. And because I feel like they're bringing things to you and helping facilitate things to happen for you. And it's going to make you busy. And you may feel like, wow, I already got a full plate. But they're telling you this is going to pay off for you more. So clear your schedule or clear your plate. Look what you got with it. 3 of Rods. Success, waiting patiently for success to come in, letting go of something so success can come to you. Or you could be at the beginning of a successful business venture, and these are your 2 cards together. They could be intertwined or perhaps not, but based on what came up in the King of Swords, my guess is they are intertwined. You're going to be like, I hear Leo, the collective consciousness of Leo going, I have to calculate things. I have to calculate this. So it's like, you're going to be trying to figure out something about what's going to pay off for you. Like, well, if I do this, what's my net, what's the gross amount I'll make? And if I do this, what's the gross amount I'll make from that? Like, calculations come up here. You could start breaking bread with somebody that's going to really be a boost to your career, a boost to your ego. It could be coming from the King of Swords. Somebody could even financially back you in something. This could be a financial backer for you because you've got success here. And you may even start communicating with someone from a distance that tells you how to do things. Now, this could be somebody from another state, city, province, country, but you could even be connecting with somebody in the spiritual realm that's giving you messages and information through a psychic reading, a medium, or astrology. And I feel like Leo's kind of got the energy right now, like nobody's going to pin me down. I've got to be ready, footloose and fancy-free, or ready to fly and take off when I need to. So even though, like, if you're single and you think you want a love relationship, there's some aspect of you that knows that's not necessarily wise at the moment because life is changing. The trajectory for all of us is changing. And you know that, it may be easier to be solo at this time if you're single now. And you could even get invited to take a trip and go somewhere and then actually be like pleasure/work, where you could go somewhere and you're meeting up with somebody that's going to show you the ropes or show you around, like a company, a business. Maybe you're going to start doing business with a company or some, I don't know, some other kind of entity other than what you're doing. And so you may want to see the operation. So you may want to go on this trip, but it's like you'll get a tour. You'll get shown around. You'll get to see the inner workings of something. But remember what I said, it could be at a distance, or it could be another town, a city, another state, another province, or another country. It will be different for all of you. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Did I tell you, Leo, by the way, Capricorn was the other sign that also got 3 of Rods for this mid-month Psychic Tarot update. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Virgo. Hi, Virgo. The first card you have is Knight of Cups. A Knight of Cups is a water sign person, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign. That's a water sign. Your intuition is increasing and getting heightened now in the second half of May, or perhaps beyond. You may be talking to somebody that has a lot of insight into helping you about a personal matter or situation. This could be a friend, family member, or maybe even some kind of counselor or advisor. Some of you Virgos are like, now you're seeing how you can restructure your life. So if the events that have gone on out in the world has affected you, And your work, you may be like, whoa, my old pattern of how I lived and worked and all that isn't working anymore, and now I got to restructure my life. You may be getting to the bottom of how to do that in the rest of this month or going into June or July. Some of you are graduating. I get seeking, some of you, my guides are saying, are seeking knowledge through education and learning, but some of you are, I heard, cap and gowns, so some of you are graduating. Some of you may enlist in the army or some military force, or you may have a relative that is gearing up and getting ready to do that. There may be some things you want to say that you're on the verge of saying because you want to control some kind of situation that's happening. But I get this hesitancy and feeling reluctant and hesitant to do that. Because you're kind of afraid that that might capsize the whole situation. You don't want to upset the apple cart by your saying something. Because there's something going on with you, Virgo, where there's things that you feel iffy about. So it's like you don't want to say something concrete and put your stamp of control or approval on it because there's some iffy things that you're like, I'm not sure, so you're reluctant to speak up. Some of you have a family member that recently died and crossed over to the other side because I'm seeing them on the bridge. It could be a pet because, you know, they say pets go over this rainbow bridge, but maybe humans go over some kind of bridge too, because I feel it's a person standing on a bridge. And my spirit guides are saying some of you have had recently someone that you care about recently has crossed. I don't know that that's happening now this month. It may have recently happened. So the card you have that comes up with the Knight of Cups is the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is the blessings of financial abundance coming to you, like God, the universe, whatever you believe, blessing you with good fortune in money or other things of value. This could also be getting a raise, receiving an inheritance, getting money in some other way through like a lawsuit settlement, stimulus check, tax refund, winning money. I get you're starting to build up finances, build up an account. Could be with stocks and bonds, could be like a regular old bank account. I just get building up an account, money increasing, and stabilizing your income or desiring to stabilize it. So for some of you, your income is becoming really stable now or soon, or you want it to be stable. Or it could be both. Some of you Virgos could get some kind of dream job or dream opportunity that pays very well. Could be coming to you soon. If it's not in May, it could be soon. I'm going to say within the next 5 or 6 months. So you got a big time frame there. It could be happening now, could happen in the next 5 to 6 months. And if you're one of the people that recently had somebody that passed away, you could also, in the course between now and the next 5 to 6 months, you could be getting an inheritance or some kind of money from that person that passed. Some of you may donate money to animal shelters, or could be devoting your life or some part of your life or your life's work to caring for animals. This could be, maybe you want to be a vet or a vet tech, or you want to have a boarding kennel, or a dog or a pet groomer's business. I don't know. But some of you will be either donating money to like an animal shelter or some kind of helping a foundation that helps animals, or devoting your life work to it, or starting a business involving it. And you could do that if you inherit some money. Maybe that's what you end up doing with the money. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Libra. To get more psychic messages and predictions from my spirit guides, please check the description box below this video for the links for my most recent videos for Vimeo. I look into very specific topics using a variety of divination tools to bring you more accurate predictions for your astrological signs. These links and descriptions are also available on the videos page of my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Thank you. Hi Libra. The first card you have is the Page of Rods. And the Page of Rods is a fire sign person. This is either an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising sign. This could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that's a fire sign. You could be going round and round and round with a fire sign person at the end of this month, or maybe even in the future. And they may be doing a gripe fest. Like they may be like, listen to me. And what they're doing is doing a lot of complaining. You may be actually trying to help them through some kind of difficult issue or problem they're having. Pages can be children. Sometimes they're immature or adults that are either immature or young at heart. This could also be a messenger about work, enterprise, or communications. They may be having some kind of problem. They may be trying to get out of some kind of debt that they're in. They may be asking you for advice or financial assistance or both. I really get this energy like they need you to help them in some way. But I feel like it's not that you won't do it, but I hear in the collective consciousness of Libra, you like going round and round with them. Like you may not agree with, like, maybe they got themselves into some kind of financial pickle that you're like, well, that was stupid. Why did you do this or that? Or you may not agree with what they're asking you to do to solve the problem. And you may even feel like the way they're handling it with you isn't really the best way to handle it. You may feel like they're kind of antagonizing you or instigating you. They may not really be going about this in the most diplomatic manner. And they may be even saying to you, I've got to sell this, whatever it is, because I need to turn around and buy this other whatever it is. And you may feel like, well, that's not necessary. I do feel like you're going to come to some kind of conclusion and some kind of agreement with them. And I don't feel it's something that you can solve like with a quick solution. It may take a couple of months. It could be weeks, could take a few weeks or a couple of months for whatever this situation is to get sorted out with what they have going on with them. Now you have the moon with this card, and this is secrecy and deception and romance. It could be secrecy by itself, romance by itself, heightened psychic ability and intuition. So you could be really, really psychic right now. This could also be something that you're dealing with is an illusion. So be careful because there could be illusions right now. And you have the Page of Rods with the moon. Now they could be connected or they could be separate messages. And you may feel like everything, why is everything such a mystery? And why am I in a fog? You may really feel like things are foggy or unclear to you. It could be dealing with the Page of Rods situations, or it could be just in general. You could feel like, why am I in a fog? This is a tricky time to make decisions. It's a tricky time. I don't know if that's tricky for everybody, but you know, we do have Mercury in retrograde coming up at the end of the month. We also have an eclipse a lunar eclipse in Sagittarius coming up toward the end. That's on the 26th of May. And those effects will last 3 to 6 months. And the Mercury in retrograde, you're not going to be out of the shadow of it until like the very end of June or the very, very beginning of July. So No wonder it's not a good time to make decisions. And there's other planetary things going on that are adding to this fog. You may feel like, what's going on? Why are things so evasive? Why can't I put my finger on it? Usually you're on point. I see you saying to yourself, usually I'm on point and kind of directive on what I think or feel, but for some reason, that's not going on with you right now. So you're going to be very, very conscientious about wanting to stay on the path that's tried and true, that you have a feeling of security, that you have faith in, because you're not going to want to deviate from that path because you feel too foggy about stuff and you feel too unclear. Some of you may get really sentimental and could feel quite emotional by going back and going down memory lane. So you're going to be prone to thinking about, you know, the loves that broke your heart, the love that got away, the heartbreak you suffered, or, you know, people that were mean to you or were crappy to you at work or, you know, whatever. But it could be fond memories of people that have passed away, because I see you going down memory lane and getting emotional. So I hope this reading was of help to you. Now on to the sign of Scorpio. Howdy, Scorpio. You have Knight of Swords. This also was in Aries and Capricorn's readings. So the three of you, Aries, Scorpio, and Capricorn, got Knight of Swords. This is an air sign person, an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun, moon, or rising sign. This could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that is an air sign, or if you're born on the Libra-Scorpio cusp. You could have somebody that comes really in hard and fast and strong at you that wants to like take you down or make you struggle or cause you, you know, like come at you with criticism or being like antagonizing, trying to get you to react, get your goat. They may think that you're a pushover. Isn't that hilarious, Scorpio? Because you know you're not. But they may think that, I know how to maneuver and manipulate them. I know just what to say to do, and I'm going to get my way. So there could be some air sign person that, you know, when people cards come up, they can mean multiple things. So for some of you, this is somebody coming at you aggressively that may want to sue you or accuse you of stuff or purposely say things just to get you riled up and to get mad. Or it could be somebody that's like, ha, 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 I know I can get my way out of Scorpio. I know how to maneuver around them. I know just what to say and do to get my way. And so which is it? Could be somebody that's got the both kind of things combined here. You may look at them like they're hyperactive, they're unrealistic. And you may feel like it's a catch-22 situation for you to be dealing with them. It's like you may feel like this isn't really cut and dry because you're like, let me take a temperature. Which way's the wind blowing? Which way's the wind blowing here with this air sign person? Or what's going on out in the world, or situations that are around you that may make it not really clear to you in how you want to be dealing with this Knight of Swords. They could be this Knight of Swords could be full of anxiety. They could be overreactive. And they may be really, really trying to hold your feet to the fire for you to commit to something. Sign your name on the dotted line, sell me this, or join this team, or, you know, pass this law, or do this thing. Like they might be like really trying to like really throw their will at you. Now, the card you have that came up with it is the Four of Swords, which is, this is a meditative state. a recuperation from an illness. This could also indicate prayer, a resting phase. Could be recovering from a surgery. So here are your two cards together, sorry. They could be intertwined or they could be separate from each other. Knight of Swords, Four of Swords. I haven't seen Four of Swords come up in a long time. When this card came up for you, I was like, when's the last time I've seen Four of Swords? It's been a long time. There's things now, Scorpio, that you really have to put behind you. Some of you are trying to get over some kind of big disappointment or heartbreak, or could be an illness. Some of you Scorpios feel that you trusted someone that you shouldn't have. Perhaps it's the Knight of Swords, but it could be somebody else. Or you went too far with them. Maybe you got into like sexual encounters with them and you really had no intention of doing it. And then, so therefore, it went too far. Or maybe you got into an argument with them and you really should have avoided it, but you got into like, got mixed up in a battle of words with them, and then that went too far. Like there's some kind of going too far here, trusting too much, and feeling disappointed or let down or heartbroken comes up here. And it's like, this energy here, my guides are saying, it's like saying, Scorpio, regroup, you know, pull back the troops, regroup, regather your strength and your forces and your energy. This is what you need to do now. So if you have somebody coming at you, wanting you to sign contracts, get into a business deal, get into a love relationship, I don't know, or overcommit yourself into things you're not really prepared to do, the guidance here is to not do that now. It's not the right energy for you. You need to rest, recoup, restore, rejuvenate your energy and your emotions too. So you have to think about that. It was a little tricky, but you have a lot going on. A lot came up here. This Knight of Swords is, I don't know if I want to say bombastic energy, but like high stress, high, like they're like, yee! They're running at a real high level here, Scorpio. Real high level, like high frequency, high vibration, high anxiety, high level. And you need to go the other direction. You need to rest, regroup, pull back, wait, restore, think things over, heal. So think about it, Scorpio. Hope this reading helped you. Now on to the sign of Sagittarius. Hey, Sagittarius, you have Two of Swords. Two of Swords is a block, a stop, or a stalemate. You could be protecting yourself or your emotions from something. You could be having to make a decision. There's emotions tied up here. There could also be things that are just unknown, like facts that you just don't know about right now. It's like you're completely in the dark about something and how to proceed. It's like you've come to an impasse. And my guides are saying you've come to an impasse, and which to choose is happening. And it's like you thought you were going one way and you thought everything is fine, but now you're like, you know, what you could be doing, some of you could be questioning some decisions you recently made. Or like you were trucking down this path and everything was going fine, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, wait a minute, like what did I do there? Or why did I get off this path? So you could be doing some questioning about decisions you made, or things you decided not to do. Still a decision either way. And I feel like, how can I explain this? I see Sagittarius like this. I'm in, I'm out. I'm in, I'm out. So what are you in and out of? What is this? A job situation? I'm all into this job. No, I'm not into it. Yeah, I'm into it. That's what I'm going to do. No, I'm not into it. Is it a move? Yeah, I'm going to move. Oh, am I into that move? or that relationship. Yeah, I'm into this relationship. No, I don't think I'm into it. Like, I get in, out, like I feel like you've had too much mental gymnastics going on recently, not necessarily right now. Some of this could have already been going on for the past few months leading up to right now. You may even notice that you're generating a lot of heat. You may find your body temperature rising. You may feel like, why am I so hot? It's cold in here. Why am I hot? Or, like, I don't know. You just may find that your body, I'm not saying you're sick. I just feel that your body temperature is heating up. Could be because you've got this lunar eclipse in Sagittarius coming up on the 26th. Could have something to do with it. Now, the card you have that came up with it is the Six of Swords. And the other sign that got Six of Swords was Taurus. So you and Taurus got Six of Swords. This is moving from troubled shores to better shores. It could be moving literally your residence, moving your home. It could be having to commute for work. It could be long distance travel. Could be connected to the Two of Swords, or it could be a completely different situation altogether. So sometimes these cards are intertwined and sometimes they're not. I get some of you Sagittarians seeking out new venues. So if you sell any products or services, you may feel like, maybe you had you dealt with certain businesses or companies, and now you're like, you know what, I need to find new places to put my products and services. Or maybe it's even searching for a new job or a new place to live. Some of you may start taking some kind of training or education, and it could be abroad. Now, if it's so, maybe you're not literally getting in a boat or plane and traveling there. You could be doing it on the good old internet. It could be online. But where the courses or training is happening could be at a distance from you. They may not be local, but some of you may be seeking out some kind of additional training, education, new venues for work, to display anything or sell any of your products or services. I feel like you're really focusing a lot on how you're putting things together. And the things you're putting together, for some of you, it has to do with your life. Like how you're building your life, how you're putting your life together. Some of you may actually be putting things together. Like maybe you went to IKEA and you have all this furniture now that you got to put together. Or some other things. Maybe you bought some things at Home Depot or some other, store like that, where now you bought the stuff and now you got to put it together. But I get you building on things, how you're going to put things together, looking at structures, either the structure of your life, the structure of how you want your life to go, or literal things that need manually to be put together. And you have to put your stamp of approval on things and feel comfortable and confident with your decisions and what you're doing. If you don't feel comfortable and confident, it's not going to work out for you. You're going to be in a state of flux or feel like this. So think it over, Sagittarius. You may be mulling over some new decisions, some new choices, because you don't want to be in something and out of something, and in something and out of something. When you feel comfortable and solid in your decision, that's when you are on fire. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn. You've got the Knight of Swords. Boy, this Knight of Swords wanted to come running into everybody's reading this month. The other signs that got Knight of Swords are Aries, Scorpio, and you. So you're the three signs that got it this month. And this is an air sign person. Usually this is an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun, moon, or rising sign. Could also be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that is an air sign, or if you're born on the Capricorn Aquarius cusp. There's things about ready to shift and change, Capricorn. Are you ready for that? Because it's about ready to happen. You may see some people from your past return and make some kind of impact on like what you're doing, or impact on things that are going to change in your life. You could have a lot of new things that are going to happen here. You could move to a new building. You could build a new home. You could be getting a new job. You could be building a new career, but like building things and building things that are new, a lot of change and newness comes in here for you. And if you don't see it happening in this second half of May, it could take a year for that to happen. People write me that all the time on YouTube, they tell me, on Vimeo, they tell me that. Sometimes what I said a year ago happens to them. What I say, what's happening now for them, I said a year ago. So that could even happen here for you. Somebody could really come in here and say, kind of like, want to take control of your life or steer you in a new direction. This could even be a love partner to you. I get whoever this is saying to you, let's go, let's go. I'm going to tell you right now, and this doesn't happen every time I read Knight of Swords, but it's happened now. Almost every Knight of Swords, I think, got this. They're like really like, brr, they're high energy coming at you. So this could be somebody that's like, come on, let's go on a trip. Let's go build this house. Let's go over here. Let's go do that. Let's go on a vacation. Whatever. But some of you, this is somebody that's like highly motivated, inspirational in some ways, high velocity of energy, maybe trying to get you to like, come on, come aboard, like, come on, let's go, Capricorn. That's the energy I get coming from this Knight of Swords. They could be even asking you to get some kind of project or business or some kind of enterprise going with them. They may be trying to get you to get on board with it. You've got the Three of Rods with it, and the other sign that got Three of Rods is Leo. So Three of Rods is waiting patiently for success to come in, letting go of something so success can come to you. It could also be at the beginning phases of a new business endeavor or some kind of business or business venture, and it's here with the Knight of Swords, and they could be intertwined, or this could be something separate entirely. We have to hear what my guides have to say about it. Any job or anything, relationship or job that you were at, where stumbling blocks were created, you're going to be done with it. You're going to be like, no, you know what? I can't move ahead, or I can't get more promoted than what I am, or these bosses were a pain in the neck and they're not letting, I can't, I'm getting blocked at every turn. I can't get things done I want to do. So if that's the case, you're going to let go of that. You may be getting ready to start some kind of new business or new endeavor because of that. Because of what I just said, you may be like, you know what? I got to start my own company, my own consulting firm, my own business. Or maybe you just want to do it on the side and not give up whatever the other job is. And I feel like you're going to be doing research, putting feelers out there, talking to your friends, talking to your relatives, talking to other people in the same field as you, that you may be like, I have these ideas, and what do you think of this? Or how hard would it be to start a company doing that? Or, do you think this is a bad financial climate to take this leap of faith and, take this position, this new position, or start this new business? But I do feel that if you do have the courage to put yourself out there and do start something, I feel like it's guaranteed success. Now, is the success going to come in right away? Maybe not like gangbusters, but I feel like you'll get an inkling like fairly soon into it that this could take off. So I do see success guaranteed here. And it is a card that can indicate success. Now, as I always say, my cards, I don't let the cards flip upside down. Why? Because I don't need to interpret it that way. Actually, that confuses me more. My guides are going to tell me whether a card's positive or negative or not, or has more positive experiences or negative experiences coming from it. I don't really like to look at them upside down. Plus, when years ago, back in the 90s, I took psychic development classes with at a community college for a couple of years. My teacher, who has since passed away, it's a shame, he was an excellent teacher. Whenever we did the tarot, he was like, you don't need to let them flip upside down. Just go by what your intuition or your spirit guides or your, whatever you feel about the cards. And he said, and don't look it up in the book. Until I started doing the readings on YouTube, I didn't really know fully what the cards meant, like in a book. I tell you to try to help you. So I've looked things up since I started on YouTube, but prior to YouTube, and I started doing readings in 2001 professionally, and I didn't come on YouTube until 2015. So I never went by any books. So I don't need them to flip upside down. So your Three of Rods card is coming up as success. And your Knight of Swords is somebody that may be really trying to get you to get on board with some kind of business or project or plan. So I feel for many of you Capricorns that your two cards do feel intertwined to me. So sorry I got on my soapbox about explaining the cards reversed and upright, because I don't usually explain that in the readings, but I thought it might be wise to do so here. And I didn't mess up with your time. You got the same time everybody else did, but I wanted to just say that here in case you wonder why I don't ever let them flip. That's just the way I always have done it. Even years and years ago when I was a little kid, I used to mess around with tarot cards. I never let them flip upside down then either. So now on to the sign of Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. You have the Empress card first, and this is a maternal figure that's crossed over to the other side, watching you, guiding you, protecting you. And it could also be a maternal figure in the living, a mother, a grandmother, a great-grandmother, a stepmother, or somebody like a mother figure to you. It could also be you. You could be the Empress. The Empress can be symbolic of the birth of a child, business, project, plan, or an idea. I get that Aquarians are going to feel like they want to gather and seek and gather new information. So the second half of May may be a real information gathering time for you. And there may be some things that you want to get off your chest that are bothering you. So you may want to say something to the public. You may want to say something to a friend, a relative, a boss, a coworker. And you may feel like you're kind of not sure how to handle this person. You may feel like, ooh, do I have to tiptoe around them and handle them with kid gloves? You may not feel like you want to approach them or talk to them in the way you normally would. You're like, you have some trepidation here. You're also going to get some kind of closures or endings where things are signed, sealed, delivered, and done. Especially anything where you had some kind of confusion or uncertainty. It's like you get the answers you seek, you get some kind of closure. But I don't feel it means necessarily like a situation ends, so to speak. It's more like things in your mind that were not sorted out or not clear to you, you get closure on those in those areas. Some of you may be pondering moving. I don't know that you're going to do it now. It doesn't feel like you're doing it, but you may start to do some kind of research, gather information. Where do I want to go? Where would I like to move? Where would be the best place? That energy comes up here. And some of you may be really like, I'm going to figure out how to create something new. So if you don't have a business, you may be thinking of starting one. Or if you already have a business, you may want to start something new, a new aspect of that business, or a whole entire new business. Or maybe you do want to have a child. For some of you, it could be that. Now, your second card in your reading is the Judgment card, and this is, what do we think about a situation? What's the word? What's the proclamation? How are things going to go down, and how do they affect everybody involved? You could be making some kind of an announcement. This is here with the Empress. They could be connected, but for some of you, they could just be separate messages. I feel like you've been doing a lot of analyzing. And I feel like some of the things you've been analyzing is what is truthful information and valid information, and what is false and unhelpful and unuseful information. So it's like information you've been hearing, what's true, what's false, what's helpful, what's not helpful. And you may get invited to attend some kind of gathering. And at that gathering, you may give a speech, a presentation, or just start expressing your views. If you don't see that happen in the month of May, I feel it could happen anytime between now, midpoint of May, and the end of July. And there's a lot of people that are going to be watchful of you and listening to you. It's not like it's falling on deaf ears. People are paying attention. They're listening. Some of you may have a relationship of some sort that needs to come to a close. This could be a relationship with a love partner, but for some of you, it could be a family relationship that you're like, I can't deal with him anymore. It has to come to a close. Or a friendship relationship that has to come to a close. Or, you know, maybe even a business partnership or a working relationship that has to come to a close. You're going to become like a freedom fighter. You're going to be really strong about standing up for your rights and standing up for what you believe, Aquarius. Way to go. That's what I like to see. Don't be a wimpy Aquarius out there. Get out there and tell it like it is. And any new information you get, you're going to be broadcasting it and saying it out to the world, or out to the people around you, or out to the people at work, or out to your family, or out to the general public. That comes up here too. So you're gathering information, you're weighing information, what's true, what's false, what's valuable, what's not valuable. Any new intel or information, you're going to be spreading the word. You're going to be fighting for your rights and your freedom. And don't be surprised if you get invited to attend a party or a gathering of some sort, and you give some kind of speech or presentation, or at least express your opinion. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Pisces. Pisces, dear Pisces, close to my heart. My two sons are Pisces. You have 10 of Pentacles. This is receiving an inheritance, money coming to you through family channels. You could be in a partnership with somebody and working together to bring money into the family. You could win money. It's almost like success is guaranteed here for Pisces with money, and something that's happening in May or maybe in the months to follow. And you're going to be doing some reviewing of your money, like how much money do I spend on this and how much money have I spent on that? So you could be reviewing like bank accounts, credit card bills, and maybe you just are like, you know, maybe even spending money, Pisces, that like kind of got away from you and you didn't realize how much money you'd been spending. Some of you are going to be putting feelers out there to get another job, a new job, a part-time job, or ways to make money on the side. And if you have a business or you start a business, you're going to be generating good money from that business. You're going to have the feeling like things are starting to look up and turn for the better for you, financially speaking. And you may even have some people around you saying to you, hey, that's not a wise investment, or here's a better way to invest your money, or here's something you might want to consider with your finances. There could even be division of a property or an estate. So if you know somebody that's passed away in your family, you could be involved in being a recipient of some money from a division of an estate, or you could be involved in actually doing the dividing up within the estate. Some of you are getting a raise, or your income is increasing in some way. If you have your own business, you could get your sales could be picking up. Some of you Pisces have to do some rearranging to do with your family and financial situations that are tied up with each other. So like maybe you have elderly relatives moving in, or an elderly relative is moving out, or you've got like changes within your household that then are changing the situation with your own income, you and just your own, or you and a partner's. So the card you have with it is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is God giving you a blessing or a warning. It could also indicate higher education or higher learning. You could be the student, you could be the teacher. It could also indicate religion or spirituality. Don't be surprised, Pisces. I get some things that are going to drop in your lap unexpectedly out of the blue. And there's like a revival of something also here that you may have thought was a done deal, a dead issue. So you could have a revival of a love relationship, of a job, an education. And there's things that you're going to have to do, Pisces. You're going to have to be very pragmatic and do things step by step by step now at this time and moving forward in June, and I feel even in July. It's almost like you can't rely on the old way of thinking and the old way of doing things. It's like now things are shifting and changing, so you have to adapt to the new way of doing things. If you have to make any moves or any changes of anything, you're going to find that you're going to start getting along really well with people. So if you find yourself working with new people, living in a new living situation with new people, or you go somewhere and you start involving yourself with new people socially, you're going to find that you're really clicking with them and really getting along with them. You may even have some conversations with the powers that be. Could be in the government, could be local government, state government, federal government, where you may be asking for permission to do something or financial assistance. You could be looking for a grant, a loan, or some other type of like a permit, a license, could even have something to do with zoning. But you have to be cautious about how you use your words and to be very politically correct and judicious whenever you're doing any of the things that I just mentioned. Because what's the old saying? You catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. So just keep that in mind, Pisces, with whatever conversations you have to have, especially important conversations with people that would be considered higher ups, whether they're in the government or they're CEOs or managers or supervisors in businesses or companies. Just remember to be cautious about how you approach what you're trying to say or ask for. I do feel if you're asking for any special permission or any kind of grant or loan that you will get it in or by the month of September of 2021. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much for watching my videos, and please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. Now, if you would like to get any of the special video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand channel, and those videos I use a variety of divination tools to give you predictions and messages from my spirit guides for very specific topics. Those videos are available at below. I do post the most recent links for the most recent videos I've recorded down below, and there's going to be a list of them, not just one or two. I'll post a list. Or you can go to my website, theluckymermaid.com, go to the videos tab on my menu, check out the videos page. There's going to be all the different video series I've done. You'll be able to read the descriptions, what divination tools I used, how long the predictions go out for, and then you can make your selection, whatever sign you want. You click on that zodiac sign, it will take you to that video on Vimeo. Now, some of the most recent video series I've recorded, the newest one, hot off the presses there, is Lunar Eclipse in Sagittarius, May 2021, Psychic Tarot, Crystal, and Oracle card readings. Those predictions last for 6 months. Look how many divination tools I use there. Tarot, Crystal, and Oracle cards. At the end of the reading, I even pulled a gemstone crystal for you from my velvet bag of gems to tell you what's the best gemstone crystal for your sign to use during the energies of this lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, which, as I say, the effects will last for 3 to 6 months. The other video series that I've recorded recently is the Career and Finance, Psychic Tarot, and Crystal readings for the next 12 to 18 months. That's a very popular video series. It's one of my most requested video series. That, along with the love readings, are probably the most requested. That's also available. If you haven't gotten my Psychic Crystal readings for the month of May 2021, where I expand at the beginning of the month for the Psychic Tarot readings I put on YouTube, once I shut the video off for your sign, I then go on and do a reading using the crystal and giving you messages and predictions from my spirit guides from the crystal. If you're interested in that, that link is also below this video. I also have my Saturn in Aquarius, Psychic Tarot, and Crystal readings. Those predictions go out 3 years in time until March of 2023. So you might really want to check those out because that's a long time out of predictions. Also, my What's Lucky and New for You in 2021 psychic readings are also available, and that link is below as well. If you would like to help support the readings and the work I do here on YouTube, I have a donation link that's down below underneath all the video series I have listed in the description box in the Show More section, and that donation link is connected to PayPal. And I want to give a big thank you to all of you who have been very kind and generously donated to my channel. I do truly appreciate it, and it does help a lot. So thank you so much for that. If you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides channeled through me that you're not going to see here, you can follow me on my social pages, my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook and The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. I use a variety of divination tools, the crystal, oracle cards, tarot cards, and usually those predictions are written. Sometimes I do make a little video and put it on, but usually they're written, and a lot of people do find they resonate with them. So you may find that they resonate with you as well. And those predictions are not just for the day I post it. The other day I posted one and my guide said the predictions went out 5 to 6 months. Sometimes it's for that week. Sometimes it's for the next couple of weeks. So you might want to check that out, and I'd love to see you over there on my social media pages. So I think that's all I needed to tell you. I hope you have an absolutely phenomenal rest of the month of May, all the signs of the zodiac out there. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.